Hi everyone, welcome on board again to the channel. It's Eugene Talks Football. Yeah, preseason continues out there at the SoFi Stadium in America, California. It is between Arsenal and Manchester United, the preseason friendly that I previewed previously in my video. The game ended 2-1 in favor of Arsenal. Well, it's not the most exciting of games. You know, as I earlier told you, it's just a build-up game towards the beginning of the season. So it was just a mixture of academy graduates, academy youths, and some members of the first team squad. It was an exciting game. It was an entertaining game per se by its standards. But at the end of the night, at the end of 90 minutes, Arsenal won the game 2-1. First of all, there's the starting 11 on your screen. Carl Hein remains in goal after a brilliant performance in the first game against Bournemouth. Remembered, I picked him up, you know, in that particular encounter because he made some remarkable saves that I can laud, and of course the manager kept faith in him and kept him in goal. And the back four comprised of Jurrien Timber, Hayden Haven, that's an academy graduate, then Zinchenko and Jurrien Timber. They completed the back four, and the midfield three of Martin Odegaard, Ethan Nwaneri, and Jorginho, who featured in his first preseason game after his holiday. You know, he reported back to camp later, like a few days after the team went out there in America. He joined the squad from his holiday. Don't forget that he featured in the Euros. So he was one of the players that were given extended vacations. So he featured in that game. So he completed the midfield trio of Martin Odegaard, Ethan Nwaneri, and himself. And the front three comprised of Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, and Reece Nelson. So it was just a mixture of youth and first team squad. What a game of football, very entertaining. The SoFi Stadium was buzzing with fans and opposition fans as well. The game kicked off the first 15 minutes, though it was all Manchester United. Manchester United dominated the first proceedings, and they capped it off with a goal from Rasmus Højlund. He breezed through the left-hand side, bullied Hayden Haven, the 17-year-old centre-back, and I just confirmed that he is not even a natural centre-back. He is a defensive midfielder, so you cannot really fault him. So Rasmus Højlund bullied him for the first goal. But after the first 15 minutes, Arsenal built their rhythm a little bit and got back into the game, and Gabriel Jesus cancelled out Rasmus Højlund's goal and leveled scores at 1-1. But you could argue that that goal by Gabriel Jesus was offside. But I must say that overall, the officiating was really poor. If there was VAR in that particular game, I'm sure that Gabriel Jesus' goal would have been reviewed and called as an offside goal. But in the end, it was a goal. So it was level at 1-1 after the break. And the team returned in the second half, and there were lots of changes by Manchester United. But early proceedings of the second half, Mikel Arteta didn't make any sort of meaningful change. He only brought in Salah for Ethan Nwaneri, who had a very fantastic first half. Listen, Ethan Nwaneri is in the lips virtually of every Arsenal fan. I can guarantee you that young man is a boy to watch this season. And by the way, Ethan Nwaneri is the youngest ever Premier League player, is the youngest player ever to feature in a Premier League game. That was last season in September when he came on against Brentford at just 15 years old. And this boy is doing things in preseason this season. So I said it previously that he is a boy that we must look out for. He's a boy that we must look at. He is a midfield maestro, and I didn't tell you, he got the assist for Jesus' goal as well. Brilliant assist from the left-hand side. And after about 60 minutes of the game, Mikel Arteta rang some changes. Josh Nichols, the young right back, came on for, of course, Ben White, and Jakub Kiwior came on for Jaden Hayden, and Miles Lewis-Kelly came on for Zinchenko. By the way, listen, people, no disrespect to Alexander Zinchenko. We bought him from Man City 2 seasons ago, but I can say now that Arsenal have moved on from Zinchenko. I wasn't pleased, I wasn't impressed with his performance last night. Clearly, Zinchenko has nothing more to offer to this Arsenal squad. It is no surprise that Arsenal are beefing up their defense. I believe that with time, as time goes on, these players will be moved on. So, aside from that, these youngsters, I need to speak about them. They put in loads and loads of impressive performances. Ethan Nwaneri, even when Miles Lewis-Kelly came on, he gave a good account of himself. What about Salah Omad that came on for Ethan Nwaneri? He also put off a very impressive performance in the middle of the pack. I see that Arsenal's midfield is going to be a force to be reckoned with going forward. So it was a brilliant game in the end, and Gabriel Martinelli came on in the second half. By the way, I'm really impressed. I'm talking about the positives from that game. Martinelli looked really sharp. He never gave the Manchester United right back a breather throughout his minutes, throughout his time in the field. He kept piling pressure on the young right back. I don't know what the Manchester United player's name is, and he was rewarded with a brilliant goal. That was the winning goal that made the game 2-1. And overall, it was an entertaining game. And unfortunately, there were some injuries suffered by Manchester United players. And I wish and I hope that they come back from their injuries speedily. It's never a good thing for a player to suffer injuries, especially in a preseason game where they are meant to build their fitness ahead of very feisty and difficult season. The likes of Lenny Yoro, the new centre-back signing of Manchester United, was subbed off in the first half with an injury, and as well as their goal scorer Rasmus Højlund. I think they are serious injuries. So I wish them speedy recovery from their respective injuries. So it was a brilliant game in the end. Like I said before, it was just a mixture of youth and festive squad, and as it was the custom. Regardless of who won the game, they were always going to go to penalties, and Manchester United won the penalty shootout. That doesn't matter, does it? It's about the 90 minutes of play. Arsenal won that game. So it was a brilliant performance. I'm really impressed by the fitness of the boys, especially the ones that joined later, like the likes of Kai Havertz, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Gabriel Martinelli. When they came on, they looked really sharp. They put on performances, and even Gabriel at the back, when he came on, he steadied the defense. Even when Jadon Sancho came on for Manchester United, Josh Nichols kept his cool. He remained stable. He didn't give Jadon Sancho any sort of chance at all. So overall, it was a brilliant performance. So we move. So that was it, and I'm really impressed by the performance of the Arsenal. So it's everything to look forward to. We should be positive about the performance. So the next game is out there in Philadelphia. After yesterday's game, the team will move from California to Philadelphia to face off with Liverpool in their third preseason game out there in America. So we're going to look forward to that. We'll do a preview to that later, maybe in our subsequent videos. But let's talk a little bit about transfer. And one player that didn't feature at all, wasn't even on the substitute bench, is Emile Smith-Rowe. I think that all but confirms his imminent departure from Arsenal. It's a shame. Emile Smith-Rowe is a boyhood fan of Arsenal. He is Arsenal through and through. There's nothing more we can say other than wish him the best for the future. Nothing is confirmed yet as at the time of recording this video, but every indication points to the fact that Emile Smith-Rowe is edging closer to signing for Fulham. So we wish Emile Smith-Rowe good luck. And other players that will look to move on from Arsenal are Edin Ketia. Like we said before, Olympique Marseille, they are sort of cooling their interest in Edin Ketia at the moment because of the valuation of the player. Arsenal are holding out for about 50 million euros. I don't think Marseille are ready to pay that money, but of course, Edin Ketia is still on the market. And Reece Nelson, it is reported that Leicester City are looking to sign him, but there is no official statement. There is no official statement that talks are ongoing between Arsenal and Leicester City. And of course, Emile Smith-Rowe is close to joining Fulham Football Club. And the latest news on incoming is that I can tell you at the time of recording this video that Riccardo Calafiori is in London at the moment, and reports states that he is done his medical in London and he is billed to fly out to America to join the squad. And the sources that I have, what I hear is that he's likely going to feature in the game against Liverpool. That's wonderful. So he's going to complete the second phase of his medical out there in America. So in my subsequent video, you will see the update from Calafiori. You can see his picture there on the screen with his agents flying to London for the medical. And after the completion of Riccardo Calafiori's transfer to Arsenal, the next transfer business for Arsenal, the player they are looking to right now is Mikel Merino of Real Sociedad. Now, listen here. There's something I need to tell you. By the way, before I say it, big up to every content creator out there. They're doing a fantastic job. I cannot say anything negative about content creators, but I must tell you the fact that there are PRs out there. There are ITKs. On this channel, we give facts. You know, we're not going to sugarcoat news. All right. So because a lot of people want content and they tend to, give the public news that is not substantial. So we give you what is substantial, facts that are substantial. So it is Calafiori. Calafiori is done, and now we're looking for Mikel Merino. There is no formal negotiation between Arsenal and Real Sociedad as we speak, but terms have been agreed between Mikel Merino and Arsenal. He has said yes to Arsenal, but next week, as from Monday, talks will be ongoing between Arsenal and Real Sociedad. And Real Sociedad value the player for about around 27 million euros. He is 28 and he's a very good midfielder. He's going to be a fantastic addition to that Arsenal team. So Mikel Merino is the next target for Arsenal. Let's have that at the back of our minds. So that is that for today. Keep watching Eugene Talks Football, and don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel if We are 16 subscribers away from 100 subscribers. I still believe that at the end of this month, we will hit the milestone of 100 subscribers. Bearing in mind, we started this channel just a few months ago. All right. Thank you to all of you out there. You are legends. This channel is nothing without you. I owe this channel to you. Big up to all of you, the legends. Thank you very much. Continue to watch Eugene Talks Football.